Starting your seeds indoors will lessen the quantity of your time you have to attend to ascertain leads to your garden. And many people like better to grow their plants indoors first to ready them for the season. It are often motivational and satisfying. If space is out there near a sunny window, start seeds 4 to 8 weeks before the plant out date in your area. Average date of last killing frost. Starting too early usually leads to spindly plants thanks to crowding and lack of sufficient light. Almost any container with drainage holes within the bottom will work for planting. Paper milk cartons cut in half, styrofoam cups, tin cans, plastic trays and pots are common containers used. For convenience, however, you'll wish to start out plants within the plastic trays and pots available at garden supply centers. Use a rich, well-drained soil. Potting soils made for African violets and other houseplants usually are suitable and don't have weed seeds. They are, however, costlier than soil mixes you'll make reception. If you employ soil from the yard, it should be topsoil that is well drained and not high in clay. The best soils are often found around established shrubs and trees. Add sphagnum peat and sharp sand to the soil during a ratio of about 1/2 volume of every, and mix thoroughly. To kill weed seeds and a few damaging soil fungi present in your commercial soil, place the soil mix in shallow trays or baking pans in an oven for 45 minutes at 250 degrees. For best results, the soil should be moist. After the soil has cooled, fill containers firmly but don't pack. Allow about 3-4 inch from the soil surface to the rim of the container. Place seeds on the soil surface. Use a piece of screen or old flour sifter to sift soil over the seeds to the depth indicated on the seed packet. If you employ compartmentalized trays or individual peat pots, place 2 or 3 seeds in each pot. Don't cover too deeply, as this might reduce or prevent seed germination. A bit like planting directly within the ground, a general rule is to hide no more than 4-fold the diameter of the seed. Apply a precipitation of water to avoid washing the seed, causing them to float to the soil surface. Household window sprayers are suitable. Cover the containers with plastic sheets or panes of glass and place during a cool room 60 to 65 degrees, far away from direct sunlight until germination. By doing this, you'll almost eliminate the need of watering the bed again before the seeds germinate. Be sure to keep an eye fixed thereon though. Don't let it completely dry out. Germination can take anywhere from a few days to a couple of months, counting on what you're growing, so patience will need to get on of your virtues. When seeds germinate, move them gradually over 2 or 3 days into brighter light. When the seedlings have developed the primary true leaves, the leaves above the cotyledons or seed leaves, thin to at least 1 plant per container if using partition trays or peat pots. Use tweezers to pinch off unwanted seedlings instead of pulling them, to avoid disturbing the remaining seedling. If seeds were planted in larger containers, transplant into individual peat pots or other small containers. An alternate is to thin the seedlings in order that they are spread about 2 to 2 inches apart and leave them within the larger containers. This method, however, makes an efficient use of seed and space. Water your seedlings carefully. Small containers used for starting plants dry out quickly. On the opposite hand, soil kept soaking wet inhibits seedling growth and should kill the plants. About 1 week before planting out time, gradually expose seedlings to longer periods outdoors unless temperatures are below 50 degrees. At an equivalent time, reduce watering to a minimum as long as plants don't wilt. This may help the plant suit's full exposure without undergoing undue shock at planting time. When it comes time for planting within the ground, carefully remove the plant from its container keeping the roots intact. Dig a little hole within the garden plot and place the plant into the opening. Cover the roots completely nearly up to rock bottom leaves of the plant. Pack down the soil round the plant and water. You're on your thanks to becoming an organic gardener, but there's still far more to learn. There are pitfalls to gardening that you simply must address to possess a successful garden. First, we'll address those pesky weeds.